Welcome to pool time with Scorch. Okay. So the reason why I'm in my pool is the fact that I was cutting grass a couple minutes ago and it's hot down here in Florida, and I just didn't feel like cooling off, taking a shower, and going inside, so I just hopped in my pool and I decided to make the video right here, right now. So that's why. But while I was cutting grass, I got to thinking about the whole Jedi Knight Luke situation, and I'm not getting him, which I'll explain here in a minute. And the reason why is the requirements are complete BS. If you've noticed, the title of this video is why Jedi Knight Luke is more expensive than you think. Okay, now if you went for Jedi Knight Luke by himself, he is obviously going to be cheaper than going for Galactic Legend. Okay, that's the comparison I'm making here. But the point is, why in the hell would you go for Luke when you could go for either Rey or Kylo? The difference between Luke and Rey or Kylo is 4 relic characters. That's it. I think you need 13 relic characters for either Rey or Kylo. And they're asking for 9 for Luke. And now granted, the argument to that is, well, they're only asking for, relic 3. That's fine. But the reality is, once you get into the event, it's probably going to be more like relic 5 or 6 to actually, half decently get past the event. So you're going to be boosting your GP with Luke's underlying characters when you could be boosting your GP for the Galactic Legends and have a better character overall. Because Luke's not going to be the new meta. He's going to be counter meta, anti-meta, whatever you want to call it. He's not going to be the new meta. So why in the hell would you boost your GP for Grand Arena when you could boost your GP for Grand Arena for Galactic Legend? So the point I'm making here is, Luke is way more expensive than you think, because in reality, the only people who should be going for Luke are the ones who already have the Galactic Legends unlocked. So essentially, if you're playing the game smart, let me preface this: if you already have just happen to have all the requirements for Luke already, go for it, right? Or you're close to it, go for it. But if you're like me and you have some Gear 7s, 8s, 9s of those requirements, do not go for Luke. You would be more invested in spending your time. It'd be smarter for you in the game to spend your time relicking up Resistance or First Order to go for a Galactic Legend than it would be for you to waste all your time going for Luke. So the point I'm making here is, unless you have 2 Galactic Legends, don't go for Luke. Luke literally has in his kit a clause that says, these effects do not affect a Galactic Legend or Raid boss. He's not going to be the new meta, guys. So for the price of 4 more characters, 4 more relic characters, the smart move, again, unless you have the underlying characters already ready to go, the smart move is not to go for Luke, it's to go for another Galactic Legend, which means by default, the Luke is locked behind the paywall of Galactic Legends, which means in reality, Luke is much more expensive than the dollar figure that it actually looks like. Because the majority of the player base is going to go for Galactic Legends before they go for Luke. So, I would not be surprised if Capital Games actually had this conversation I'm giving to you right now. I'm not going to vouch for them in terms of like game coding and certainly PR relations, public relations that is. I'm not going to vouch for them in that. They don't really know what they're doing, I don't think. But when it comes to milking our money from us, they know good and well what they're doing. And I would not be surprised if they had this conversation. You know what, guys? I bet we could release Luke, and everybody's going to want Luke. But Luke's not going to be as good as a Galactic Legend, so they're going to go for Galactic Legends first, give us their money, and then they can go for Luke, and we have the money from all 3 characters instead of just Luke. Isn't this brilliant? I'm just saying. I would not be surprised if they actually had that conversation, alright? So, let's go back to the Millennium Falcon. Okay, so before I close out this video, I did want to take a moment to look at actually my roster and kind of just look how close I am to Rey, how close I am to Luke. I'm not going for Luke, but in comparison to Rey, where am I at? So yeah, let's look at that. Well, before I do that, I gotta show you guys this. This came in the mail today. This is the newest member of my collection, Hoss, the Gamorrean Guard. Got my Funko Pop here. I just realized, though, a couple minutes ago before I got in front of the green screen, he's green too. So I'm not sure how that's going to work for my Grand Arenas, but I eventually want to get a studio anyway, and he'll be sitting pretty in my studio. But here's Hoss. He's going to sit right here. Just his horns, you can see. But yeah. One day we'll have him a little stand. Do I have a stand right now? Let's see if this will work. Can we get this to work right here? There's Hoss. Hope you want to see his ugly mug instead of mine. But yeah, me and Hoss. Hi guys. Okay. Moving right along. All right, let's go ahead and look at Rebels in the my roster real quick. All right, so I do apologize. I do not have my mic with me today. It's just not in the studio right now, so forgive me for if there's any echoing. But we'll have our mic back up and running for the next video, which will probably be Grand Arena. But okay, Commander Luke is the only relic I have ready for the Rebels for the Jedi Knight Luke requirements. Probably going to need him at relic 5 or 6 or 7 if I had to guess, to be honest with you. Not just relic 3 like it says, but he's my only relic. Chewbacca is close. He's going to be one of my next relics. But he's missing his finishers, or his Gear 12 Plus and his finishers, but not to mention here that I'm out of Chirotech right now. So each character needs 100 Chirotech even to get to Gear 12, so, or Gear 13 to relic him. So that's 900 Chirotechs. There's no way I'm going to drop that amount of money, especially given the way CG's been behaving lately. And there's no way I can get that in 9 days, really, till the end of the event. So it's not going to happen. Backing out, let's go on down. 3PO there. None of the Gear 12 Plus. I'm low on Gear 12 because I'm working on other projects. Just getting a more beefier roster instead of just having like Galactic Legends geared up. I wanted to gear up like my, you know, Triumvirate and my Rebel Triumvirate. But yeah, so I'm short on Gear 12 gear total. And yeah, I just don't have it in me right now in my roster. Lando's missing both Omegas, and I don't think I have 48. Yeah, 48 there. Don't want to spin that. Don't want to spin that. I could take him to Gear 11, but there's no guarantee I could take him to Gear 12. Captain Han missing a Zeta. All Omegas, so there's no way I can even get those. There's a Droid Collar, Stun Gun, Sensor, Carbanti, Holo Projector. I don't want to spin those right now. Rolo, probably same thing. Carbanti, Holo, Zeta. So I'm a long way out on those. There's no way. So that's what, Gear 3 or Gear 7, Gear 8. Lando was Gear 10. Let's go over to Wampa. My Darth Vader is like Gear 12 and a half, and so is my my Hoda, I think. But Wampa is Gear 10 here. Missing Carbanti. I'm gonna guess this last one's a stun gun. Yep. Missing both Zetas. I wouldn't mind gearing up Wampa anyway to have a Hoss with a Darth Vader lead Wampa Boba Fett team. That'd be kind of cool. Not right now. Not right now. But that would be a cool team. Just kind of all the monsters in in Star Wars, if you consider Darth Vader a monster. It'd be kind of cool. Wampa and Hoss together. But yeah, so I'm definitely, in a sense of gear, closer on Luke. But again, why would I go for Luke and spend all this time going for Luke when I can go for Rey? Okay, Rey is a better character overall. It's going to be, and yeah, it's worth more of my time. So I have one relic out of. Let's actually do the math on this. I have one relic out of 9. I have 4 Gear 12s out of 9. And the rest of them are, so the remaining 4 are Gear 10, 10, 7, and 6, I think, or 8 and 7, I think. So that's kind of where we're at on Luke. Let's look at Resistance. You need 13 characters for Resistance. You need Rey. Let's go here. Let's find out the exact. This will be a quicker way to do this. Here, prerequisites. Okay. You need Jedi Training Rey to Relic 7. I have it at Relic 5, so I do have one Relic. I'm close. Finn at Relic 5. I have him at Relic 4, so I'm more close on that. Resistance Trooper at Relic 5. Rey, Pilot, Poe, Finn, Holdo, Rose, Resistance Hero Poe, BB-8, and Better Smuggler Chewbacca. So let's go back and look at the gear on them. Rey's at gear, or Rey Scavenger is at 11, Rose is at 10, Poe is at, I think that's 8. Yeah, that's 8. Pilot is at 8 as well. All of them are at 8. So Holdo, Chewie, Pilot, Poe is at 8. So is no, actually Poe's at gear 9. Resistance Hero Poe, that is. So let's see here. I have 2 out of 13 gear 12s. I have 2 out of 13 relics, and the rest of them are like, what is that? 1 gear 11, or 2 gear 11s, 1 gear 10, and the rest of them are like gear 9 and below. So obviously I'm closer on Luke, but again, I would rather spend an extra month or so trying to get these characters right here geared up than I would to get all the Luke requirements geared up and only have Luke, who's going to be anti-meta, instead of having Galactic Legend Rey, which is going to be actually a meta character for a very long time in the foreseeable future. So I don't know, guys. That's kind of my plan. That's pretty much it, guys. I don't want to beat a dead horse anymore. That's all I gotta say. Y'all like, y'all subscribe. We'll have a Discord server up pretty soon. I'm trying to work on that. I'm not a Discord expert, but I know that some of you guys have asked to get in contact with me, so we'll have that up and running soon. Hopefully by the next Grand Arena, but we'll see. We'll go from there. But y'all like, subscribe, share this video around. We'll talk to you guys another day.